we're here at the Shoe Healer in Doncaster, and we have some Dr Martens that have been sent in. Dr Martens DMs. These boots here, we see quite a lot of them, and we do quite a few repairs on them. This is a lovely pair, a lovely old pair, and you get those in there. Look, leather uppers and the Dr Marten sole. Now it says inside Dr Marten in there Felicity and made in China. Okay, so when I first got these, the sole was hanging off this. Somebody had tried to re-stick the Dr Marten sole back to a midsole that was on. Completely different construction to what we normally see. You normally see the yellow stitching on the welt and the plastic welt and the sole bonded to it, and you'll have seen me on some of the other videos cutting these off. Well, this one here, believe it or not, has got a beautiful leather welt all the way around it, and that leather welt was stitched onto a really crappy plastic midsole, but it was stitched on there beautifully, and then the Dr Marten unit was bonded on. And this construction of this, I've not seen this on a Dr Marten before. It really was it was fabulous, other than of course it's in for repair and it wouldn't bond. This material here, this plastic, is nigh on impossible to stick to. It really is a bad material in any shoe construction. If you use it as a midsole and you're stitching everything together, you can get away with this crap, but other than that, if you're sticking to it, it's just no good at all. But when we get the boot down to the nitty-gritty here, look, and we see this welt, beautiful welt around there, a leather welt, gorgeous little barber welt around there. The leather has dried up a little bit, but it really does feel so nice, fully leather lined. Look inside there, it's just beautiful. What a gorgeous, lovely boot, called the Felicity. I'm not doing this video again, I couldn't say it before. Felicity. And apparently it was a boot made, somebody's on Reddit saying that they had some in 2010 and they couldn't find any more. I've never seen one like this before with the leather welt. I cannot believe all this Goodyear stitching leather welt is from China. Look, they've got a shank in there, and the shank obviously wasn't made for the boots because it's roughly ground down at the front and has been made to fit. It's got this filler in that's a foam filler, and it's absolutely fine. It's beautiful, it's doing the job. We're not going to replace that because it's absolutely spot on. What we're going to do is we're going to put a leather midsole in, stitch that leather midsole in like we would do any Goodyear welted shoe, and then at that point we spoke to the lady and she would like the original Dr Marten unit, a new Dr Marten unit on. So that's what we're going to do. But can you believe Goodyear welted little beautiful boot like this coming out of China? It's mad. It's really mad. So it's called the Felicity. It's called the Felicity. I wish they'd have called it something else, for Christ's sake. But it's a lovely little boot. I don't know if they still make them. I don't know if they do still make them. They're as good as these. Somebody on the Reddit was saying that the components change regularly and the upper leathers change regularly. But we will start building this back up. I've got a little bit of video showing me taking it apart to this stage. But yeah, really, really nice little boot. If you can find any of these, you like this sort of thing. I don't know if they do a gents version of the Felicity or not. But anyway, we'll do a video of it done, and I'll call it something else, I think.
keep it all on for out, are you?
Ho, 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 ho. I can't believe the number of times I've lost a shoe into the machine because I've not tied the shoelaces up. Rookie mistake. I nearly did it again there. Rushing about. Now you know your yellow stitching you've got, your yellow thread. Okay. I wonder if these trickers would look good with it. These trickers. God, wash my mouth out. Yeah. These Dr Martens would look all right with that. Yeah. Oh, I'd love one, please. Superb. Because I'm putting a unit on these here and bonding that together, would you groove it so that you don't get, so you don't get a lip on it? and then the stitching is not trying to hold the unit off. I know it's a soft unit and it'll probably take it and we can bash it down, but it's better if it's grooved and then stitched, just to keep it, to get the perfect edge on it. Yeah, lovely, 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 lovely. We'll get that done. Okay, so here's the DMs, and they have got their midsoles on, and they've been grooved, and then they'll get solutioned, and then they'll get the sole on. I think what I'm actually going to do is just rough this up a little bit more. Okay, so because we're putting such a soft unit on this, we want to know that the glue is going to get into it. So, take our homemade tool. Do you ever use this, Paul? No. Why not? Just look at that. Look at that, beautiful. Roughed up, the glue will get into there. The stitching will be down in that groove, and it won't cause the sole to lift on the edges. That will be a good repair. Spin that over, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Just putting the glue on these, I know, you know, who wants to see that, but this is the ordinary glue, the leather glue going on there. Somebody asked a question about what glue should you use if you're doing a bit of DIY stuff. The nearest stuff to what we use is Evo stick contactor glue. Put it on nice and thin. So this is, we're sticking a rubber plastic type rubber sole unit onto this, but we have to prime the leather with a leather glue and then go over this with the plastic glue, and these two glues will stick together perfectly. The plastic glue on the Dr Martens unit, the Solovair unit actually, will go on there and it'll stick like to a blanket. So yeah, priming it with ordinary glue first. Sound effects. I'd love to just keep this camera rolling, just see what we're doing. Paul's just scoured his finger a little bit. You could have caught all that on camera. So I've left a lot on here because I just want to practice getting my grooves in. I've not used this trimmer very much, and it's nice to get a feel for it. Some trimmers can be a bit snatchy, but this is quite nice. Quite pleased with that. You know how this bit's going to trim on the plastic, but when the plastic merges to the leather welt and the leather, but that looks, when that's brushed up, that should be beautiful. That. All these Dr Martens boots have turned out beautiful. That's the yellow stitching Paul did on them, and then the Solovair unit on there. Really pleased with those. They've made a great repair. Now the uppers are a little bit dry and there's a little bit of crack in there. Now the truth is, if that goes through, we can just put a patch on the inside and do some sort of repair with it, but it just wants some renovator in there now, something just to look after these, some cream and such. But we're really pleased how they've turned up.